Hey, you're listening to Soundside. I'm Libby Dankman. Do you hear that sound? It's a bird. It's a plane. It's definitely a plane, a really extremely loud plane. The Blue Angels are practicing, which reminds me, Seafair Weekend is here. Maybe you're going to have a matcha latte while you watch those Blue Angels. Let's get the skinny on all things to do with Soundside producer Jason Megatron Burrows.
Thank you, Libby, and welcome to the Weekend Warmup. Now, I would say that there's not a lot going on this weekend, but that is dramatically underselling how busy things are going to be around the Sound, because the culmination of all things Seafair starts on Friday. The Seafair Weekend Festival begins at 8:30 in the morning on Friday out at Genesee Park and Playfield with all sorts of things to do. Inside the park, there are tons of food options, 3 different beer gardens, a kids zone, and live music. Of course, there are the Hydroplane Races with the pits open to anyone who wants to buy a pit pass. The Dick's Drive-In Classic Car Show on Saturday and Sunday is always a huge hit. And then there's the Boeing Seafair Air Show featuring the Blue Angels. Now, I know that the Blue Angels are highly controversial here in Seattle. Some people love them, some people hate them. Either way, they take to the skies at 3:35 each afternoon all weekend. Friday admission to the Seafair festivities is free, but you'll have to buy a ticket for Saturday and Sunday.
And word to the wise, don't do what I did a few years ago and decide to walk from your home in Capitol Hill to Seward Park, then home again along Lake Washington Boulevard. Otherwise, you'll get stuck at the gate with no ticket and you'll have to walk all the way around the fair. And let me tell you, it was awful. I've got a Lime bike and it ran out of battery in the only spot on the road where there wasn't any cell signal, and I couldn't end my ride, costing me about $20 in fees, and I couldn't even push the damn thing up the hill.
But I digress. It's all happening at Genesee Park, running 8:30 a.m. on Friday through 6 p.m. on Sunday. Now, beyond Seafair, there are a few other things happening this weekend, and we'll continue the warm-up with a little mini segment that I like to call Sports! The Mariners continue their domination of the AL West with a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm so glad that we got Eugenio back. Ugh! The Seattle Reign, they take on Angel City FC at Lumen Field on Friday. The Seattle Storm play both Friday and Sunday, hosting the LA Sparks and Indiana Fever, respectively. Always exciting to have Caitlin Clark in town. Finally, the Seattle Sounders play on Sunday against Club Santos Laguna as part of the league's cup competition. So, yay, sports! Next. Pierce County's Kite Festival spans both Saturday and Sunday down at Chambers Creek Regional Park. There are demonstrations, family kite flying, food trucks, and more, with 250 kites given away each day of the festival. And if you don't have your own kite, but you want one, you can grab a kit for just $5 at the park's Central Meadow. So let's go fly a kite! Fly a kite! Speaking of country music, which we weren't, you can head out to the Gorge Amphitheater for 3 days of country shenanigans at the Watershed Festival. My old mentor, Jeff Connell, runs Hank FM, both here in Seattle and out in Boise, and he is just over the moon about spending 3 days at the Gorge. Hi, Jeff. I hope that you are holding up okay, and please remember to hydrate. Jeff. Jason Aldean, Dierks Bentley, and Bailey Zimmerman are headlining, which is great. They're great. At least that's what our editor Jed tells me, because he is a huge country music fan.
Nope.
Watershed graces the Gorge Friday through Sunday out in George. And that's it. As usual, we will have links to all of these events at KUOW.org/Soundside. And you can always find even more events by checking out KUOW's podcast, Meet Me Here. If you would like to suggest an event for future installments of the segment, please shoot me an email. We have a brand new email address that will inform the weekend warm-up, Meet Me Here, and our arts desk. It's arts@KUOW.org. That's arts, plural, ARTS, at KUOW.org. Thank you again for listening to Soundside. I'm Jason Megatron Burrows, and that's what you could be doing this weekend.
Thanks for listening to Soundside. And hey, this show is only possible because listeners support us. If you are able to give right now, check out the show notes for a link to donate. And don't forget, you can listen live on KUOW 94.9 FM Seattle at noon and 8 p.m., Monday through Thursday, or anytime online at KUOW.org.